Greetings, everyone. My name is Michael Cho, and I've been part of Silk Road House Church led by Abraham Now since 2016. I started going to New Life in 2004 when I was starting to go to U of H for college. And after many years at New Life, about 20 years, I finally becoming a shepherd for Silk Road House Church for Abraham Now. And everybody said he moved to Denver for his wife, Cindy. So I'm grateful for Abraham and many shepherd for being my shepherd for the past 7 years, and I've witnessed his growth in leading families and with infants and with multiple singles. I have seen him struggle and sharing his heart out to us as part of being a leader, and seeing him navigate the challenges of his personal life openly and full-heartedly as an open book. Overall, he was able to rely on God, and I hope to follow his growth and dedication. Throughout the guidance of my past 9 shepherds that I've been part of with New Life, through the different transitions from college to work and then kind of adulthood now, I've learned to be patient and to have grace for people that come through different backgrounds that our house church functions as a small community and family. It was about taking time and calling members and catching up with them and feeding them. I remember most of all the house church is fellowship revolving around sharing a meal. To the Costco of frozen lasagna to the homemade meals cooked by our moms, it was engaging in a warm and welcoming atmosphere for our house church. If done right, a delicious meal was starting a conversation and warm people's hearts after a long day of work week. One of the most memorable memories I have of this house church was when Abraham's mom would cook for us. She would provide us the best Korean homemade food, and it would feature a main dish and an array of side dishes like bok choy kimchi and tteokbokki mushroom. They were always the highlights, and we often take pictures before we start eating, and then because we always said Instagram eats first. After we heard Abraham was getting back with Cindy, and then after he went to Germany, because we kind of knew he's getting back together, he would deny it. We will always tell his mom and him, when you leave us, we're going to have your mom still cook for us. And additionally, during the time when we have it as house church, she always provided black coffee, super strong black coffee, snacks, and fruit. Over the times that we shared, it would take some people a long time to share, and it would be a good addition with the strong coffee, snacks, and fruit. It would help us nibble on it while someone's sharing and allow us to just go a lot longer and just kind of facilitate the time together with prayer, gentle kindness, and creating a well-marked atmosphere for sharing. Additionally, I would like to share another memory with Abraham the time when I got COVID and I got hospitalized for a week in the hospital. And additionally, I probably was at home bedridden, not really bedridden, but I was at home for another 2 to 3 weeks. During that time, before I went to the hospital, I had mild symptoms, and I always thought it was the flu, but when you get the second wave, it hits you like a wall, I guess. So I went ahead and drove myself to the emergency room, and I went to then they put me to the COVID floor. During the time when COVID was happening, it was the new time where we were all isolated and nobody was allowed to see each other. And during that period, I was already in isolation and being able not to hang out with people because offices were closed, stores were closed, all the restaurants were closed, and it was probably one of the loneliest times and heartbroken experiences I had in a long time. During that time, I was physically and emotionally broken, and then with that, I had a lot of support from all my family and friends, and especially Abraham. Abraham called me every day, I think almost more than my parents did. And I saw hope and love that he provided me when I was in mostly of that pain. He called me every day, checked up on me, and even called my parents. And I gave him my parents' phone number. And then one thing I kind of thought is who does that? Who calls my parents? He's a complete stranger that doesn't know who I am. And then I saw the gratefulness from my mom and dad that said he's a great guy. And I also at that time didn't really see it, but I really appreciate all the love that he provided for my family as well. And we're grateful and thankful. And with that, I hope to do the same to show love to my house church. Most of y'all know that I have avoided becoming a shepherd for 20 years, and anything and the desire of doing so was always kind of like, oh, I'm going to serve in youth. But then at the time, I served in youth for 12 years, and just being able to just mentor the kids during that time. During the past week of writing this testimony, I remember the grace given to me by the many experiences that God used me. And when I renewed my understanding and appreciation for this role, each shepherd talked to me, and all my friends that are shepherds talked to me during gestation, encouraged me that I would do a great job. And that God will teach me and further strengthen me and allow me to lead my house church. After I put in my place, but I realized, okay, hold on, sorry. I lost my place. Got nervous. As I transitioned to this role and become a shepherd, I always thought that I could do better in being in the shadows. And with a lot of ministries and then roles that I even put up in over the years, and then doing the year for youth, I feel like now that God has said that I've taken too much of a break for the last 2 years after stepping down from youth. And then God saw my complacency and not growing. So in this time, and a lot of people say it's about time, that God was coming, and I knew the day was coming, and I knew the day was the day that Abraham was leaving, and we got on the plane to Germany again. I know that rather than having this house church dissolve, I wanted to keep this family together, and I guess that my first commitment was to keep the family together. Lastly, I want to share that with me being kind of struggling with depression over the years, I commit to be open and available to my house church. I will try not to have times when I get tough, to be closed off from you guys, and then to be more open and honest when I come to you guys And I want to speak kindly and honestly and speak to my heart. And I will humble myself in changing, embrace responsibility of shepherding to my house church and with love and prayer. And I commit to stepping out of my comfort zone and encouraging others to do the same. Above all, I will share grace that was given to me, and I will pray and lead my house church. And so I am grateful for this opportunity to continue growing alongside with God and my community, and I will always commit to prayer for my members and help them grow spiritually. All right, thank you.